Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the Real Deal Talk studio. Epic 60 fighter interviews, round one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have your tickets yet, Friday the February 21st, get your tickets. Epic 60, going to be insane. Speaking of insane, in the house today, I have sitting in front of me, face to face with Sam Turpin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you, bro. Good to be here.
Let's go. So Sam Turpin, he and I, we've been trying to get him on the interviews for like the last 2 or 3 epic fights. And it just, because the guy's so busy, it's like locking down the president, this guy. I don't know what's going on here, but he's got this going on. He's got sparring sessions 48 times a day. He's got 18 cardio sessions a day. So whoever he's fighting, I really feel sorry for, because this dude is like training, was it 14 hours a day or something?
Well, we're working on it, man. I'm training more than I'm working now, which is really nice.
Oh wow,
so, yeah.
Wow.
So we've been shifting that balance a little bit. So now I'm able to work a little bit more towards a full-time training schedule, and that's
great.
That's been feeling good.
That's great. And so how many? Speaking of which, how many days a week are you training?
Every day.
Every day. 7. He says that so every day. Just really calmly, nonchalantly. Yeah, every day. How many hours a day you think?
Yeah. It differs. So, I mean, probably the most I'll train in one day is up to like 5 or 6 hours. And then, light days will be just a few hours.
Just a few hours?
Yeah.
Good God, man. Because when you did that, when you're saying you're training more than you're working, I'm like, even part-time work's 20 hours. So that means you're at least 20 hours a week. So that's, and I'm doing the math immediately. That's 3 hours a day, 7 days a week. But now he's telling me 5 or 6 hours. What in God's name are you doing for 6 hours?
Well, not all the same thing, man. You can't
of course.
For 6 hours.
Well, I know that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it depends, dude. I mean, I've been mixing up the variety of what I'm doing a lot more this training camp. So I've been doing cardio, strength conditioning, mobility training, sparring, skill work.
Yep. Everything.
Work, everything. Got to do it all.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Now, how old are you now?
I'm 29.
Right. 29.
Yeah.
So you're one of the older gentlemen in this fight.
I am.
Which is incredible. Still in his 20s and one of the older guys. All right, so go back. Speaking of age, what age did you start fighting, and what did you start doing? Like, what kind of fighting?
I started training martial arts when I was 19, so we're on the 10-year mark here. I started off with judo. Actually took classes at San Diego State. It was like a PE credit. So I got a college credit to get my ass thrown. I got yeeted around a lot that first few semesters was pretty rough. Judo's a really rough combat sport to start off with.
It is, huh?
Anybody that sticks with judo or sticks with wrestling, those guys are the hardest people in combat sports for sure. Like MMA and kickboxing, and boxing's probably pretty hard too, but like it's just so fucking brutal to do judo and wrestling, man. The people that stick with that, and the people that are like lifetime judoka and lifetime wrestlers, those guys are so crazy. They're a different breed.
And so what is it about judo? Just throwing each other around?
Yeah, I mean, you're getting hit with the earth over and over again. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the level of intensity, and like the gi fucking sucks, dude. I still have my gi. I very rarely train in it, but it's like it's like 6 pounds of cloth.
Yeah.
It's roughing up your skin, and it's like you're essentially wrestling in like the heaviest pajamas you've ever worn.
Oh.
So like imagine doing any of your workouts and now put pajamas
on.
It sounds terrible, right?
I'm cringing as you're talking.
Imagine somebody can choke you with it too. Like it's not good. It's not good. But yeah, so I very rarely train in that gi anymore, mainly because I don't, the skills don't transfer as well.
Right.
There's no collar tie to have. There's no sleeve, or there's no legs to grab onto. You know what I mean? In MMA or in no gi.
Yeah, totally. All right, so you went from judo, and then where did you go? So that was in college.
Yep.
Credits.
Yeah.
So did you actually? Okay. Oh, I kind of like this fighting thing. Like, what? How did it go from there?
Well, I didn't realize at first that judo was a combat sport, and then after my first semester, my coach was like, "Oh, you're pretty good at this. Like, you're an athlete. So, would you like to do the athlete part of this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." So I did a couple judo competitions, and I was like, "This is fun, but there's not enough of it around." So, I think I was listening to like a Rogan podcast or something like that, and I heard about 10th Planet and Googled that, and it's just down the hill from SDSU. So the 10th Planet San Diego, the gym I'm still at today, I just drove down there. This is probably like maybe a year into training judo and doing some other stuff. My first martial arts coach, the judo guy, was he's also a 4th degree Taekwondo black belt. He's been training Filipino martial arts for 30 years. He has a really, really wide variety of martial arts experience. And so he was teaching me other stuff, but I couldn't really do a lot of competing and stuff. I remember he took me to like a karate tournament, and I fought like a 16-year-old kid and a 40-year-old woman. And, you know what I mean? Like it's not really a place for like an athlete to go compete. So I was like, all right, well, where are the other people my age that are competing? And so I found 10th Planet, and you know, I pretty much started doing everything right away. I focused on the no-gi grappling for a little bit, just because I knew those competitions were like, I was hearing about those. And so I started competing in that a little bit, and then I met Manny. And
Manola, right?
Yes, and he saw some potential in me after I did my first kickboxing smoker, and I started training with the MMA team a lot more. And when I first started training with the MMA team, we had just a huge gym full of dudes my size, and majority of them were pro. So I got way more work than I needed when I first started, and I got my ass beat really bad for the first probably like 2 years at the gym. Wow! Just because I couldn't come to any. I was teaching martial arts in the evening. So the morning classes that I could attend were all pro classes. Yeah. And Manolo was like, hey, you probably shouldn't be in here, you know? And I was like, oh, well, this is the only time I can come, so I'm going to keep coming. And, you know, a few concussions later. And
are you serious?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh, my God. Yeah, did the pros take it easy on you at all, or no, they don't care?
Some did. Like, you guys know Julio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how crazy that guy is?
Yes.
He's the least crazy person in that room.
Oh, my God.
He was really nice to me, actually, when I was coming up. And he helped me kind of like calm down during sparring, and it was a really useful connect to have in there. He was actually like, he cared about my well-being. The rest of those guys did not.
They did not.
They didn't give a shit.
But you know what that does do? When you surround yourself with people that are way better than you, guess what happens?
Hey, you get better, man. I rose up. Yeah, it was good. You know, it's nice to be able to go into a room and there's a nice blend of like, this guy could beat my ass, we're gonna contend, this guy I could beat up. You know, when I first started, it was just a room full of dudes that could beat me up. Yeah. And I developed some bad habits that way, but then also toughness, you know. Yeah. I didn't really need to be tough growing up. I had a pretty easy life so far, you know. Yeah. So this martial arts thing is kind of an opportunity for me to like harden up a little bit. Yeah.
I love that, dude. You're a remarkable specimen here. I want to keep going here. Hold on. Speaking of keeping going and your upbringing, family. Talk to me about family, mom, dad. Shout them out. How was the childhood? Do you fight for them? How much they mean to you?
Oh, well, they don't like that I do this.
Of course.
My mom's watched every single fight, though. My dad says this is how she watches all the fights, but she's watched them all. My mom and dad live in Washington. They stream all the fights, so if you guys are in Washington or not in San Diego, you can't come watch.
Stream it.
Watch that stream. Pay-per-views available.
I keep forgetting to mention that, Jason. Jason, I'll get back on it, bro. I got you.
Yeah. Get that stream. I have a few watch parties out in Washington, but my family watches with some friends. My sister actually moved out here to San Diego, so she gets to watch all the fights in person.
Nice.
I actually had her in my corner one time, but that was a
oh gosh.
Why?
What happened?
Doing that to her. I got knocked out.
Oh gee. So she was bad luck charm?
Yeah, no, it was just too much trauma. My sister didn't need that.
She was horrified.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh no!
It was the versus fights. Manolo's the announcer for those fights, so he can't be my cornerman for that. So I brought Dom, who's awesome, owner of Escondido Combat Academy. Yeah. Definitely go check that gym out if you guys are in that area. And then so it was him and my sister, because she was just I was trying to get her a free ticket, so I got her, and she's my corner.
Oh my god! And you got knocked out? Oh Lord!
I fought some dude who's like, I don't know, he was 6'5" or something like that, and somehow made 170. He's just like a
huge.
I fought a tower, and he kicked me in the head. When you look at the replay on that, because that fight's on YouTube, it's like he kicks at like his belly button height is where my head
your head was.
And so, it was a rough thing to bring my sister into, but luckily my mom didn't see that fight. So
that's good. What's mom's name?
Amy.
What's dad's name?
Jack.
Amy and Jack live stream. I can't wait to hear your feedback. Sam, the Turpin, the natural here. All right, so talk to me about training through so that's an insane amount of training, and I ask this pretty much every fighter. What is driving? Because you seem so nonchalant. What do you do for a living, by the way?
I teach martial arts.
So you're so nonchalant and so chill, and so like level-headed. Like, what keeps you going? Like every day, going through that much training, something deeper has to be driving you. You can't just like, okay, I'm just gonna go.
I really care about martial arts, man. I really care that my martial arts are impactful, and I care that I have respect within the community, but mainly because I want to be able to train the highest level people that I can. when I first started training, my judo coach, my first coach, really had made it an emphasis to make sure that what we trained was real, because there's a lot of martial arts that's not real. And
What does that mean?
you follow McDojo Life?
No.
Oh, you should definitely follow McDojo.
I don't. But come on, bro.
This
is all for show. This is just
he posts a lot of stuff about martial arts instructors that take advantage of people. Through the style that they're teaching, or there's a lot of bad shit that happens in martial arts communities. There's toxic communities. There's people that take advantage of kids. There's people that take advantage of underprivileged people. And I think it's really important that the martial arts that I provide helps people. And one of the most important ways that it helps people, I think, is that it works. If I teach you something, you should understand what it can do, what it can't do, who it can work against and who it can't work against, when to use it, when not to use it. And all that stuff's really important to me. So the reason that I push myself and the reason that I care that I'm good and I care that I'm better every day is that if I'm not getting better every day, then I can't help other people.
Yeah, you're not setting. The bottom line is the best way, pretty much the only way you're ever going to help anybody is by setting the best example possible.
Exactly.
So that's your thing. I love it, dude. That absolutely makes complete sense. And this, folks, attribute this to your life. If you want to help people, nobody wants to hear it. But if you show them the best example of someone that they're going to follow, then that's the only way you're going to help them. That's in everything. Yeah. I love this, dude. I love it. All right, so coming up to this fight, how's your confidence coming into this fight? Who are you fighting, by the way?
His name's Tate something or other. Tate
something or other.
Yes, Tate Johnson.
Tate Johnson.
Something like that.
Did I interview him? No.
He's out of Utah, I think.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
okay.
So I don't know how the hell
you know anything about him?
Out here. I watched a few fights. Seems competent. I'm excited, man. Yeah.
Would you say he seems competent?
Competent.
Yeah, because that's...
He seems like he can do it, man. Yeah, so I've had a few fights against competent guys, Kyle Stogdill and Trevon Stubbs.
Yep.
Those guys are
Trevon
awesome.
Stubbs.
Yes,
I interviewed him this morning.
Yeah, I saw that. But those guys are awesome, and the only two fights I've had against guys that are really respected and were really competent fighters, I lost those split decisions. So.
You lost to Trayvon?
Yes, I lost Trayvon and I lost to Kyle.
He's a solid fighter.
Yes, he is, and a previous teammate of his. Those two fights were.
And they were dancing nonstop afterwards, like taking a while to come to the decision because it was close. And both of them were like, it was like house music playing, and they were both dancing.
I was surprised I had that much energy.
They were doing all kinds of martial arts kicks and stuff.
Yeah.
So good.
But yeah, no, love that dude. He actually has been sparring with me. I think I might get to see him a little bit today since he's already down here. But yeah, so I have yet to really beat somebody that I respect. The wins that I have, no discredit to those guys, but they didn't really belong in there with me.
Yeah.
This Tate guy really seems like he knows what he's doing. And I watched him take punches. I watched him put together combinations. I watched him do some anti-wrestling. He seems to have a complete game, and he seems like he's got some will, Yeah. So I really want to put myself up against somebody that I can contend with. And I don't want an easy fight, but I do want to win.
Of course.
And I want to really earn it, So
I love it.
This guy seems like he's going to be able to give that to me, and for that I'm grateful.
Fantastic. All right, dude. So anybody that you haven't shouted out already when it comes to either family or your trainers, go ahead and let's shout them out.
Oh, sure, man. I've been going up to 10th Planet Oceanside and working with AJ Matthews. That dude's the man. Like I said, Dom Chisholm over at Escondido Combat Academy. Manolo Hernandez, the boogeyman, obviously. I've been taking classes with him, our other martial jiu-jitsu instructors over at 10th Planet San Diego, Harold, Jake, and I've actually been working with my girlfriend a lot during this camp, Margaret. Shout her out.
Nice.
And at karate, her.
Really? She's that good?
Dude, she's a 3rd degree Shotokan black belt.
Shut up.
Yeah, she's super good at that. She makes fun of my front stance all the time.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I also have sponsors for this camp. So this is my first time having sponsors. So Liquid Eden is my sponsor. They're a water store. I know, Jay, she said that she knew you.
Wait, they're a water store? What is this?
It's a water store. Yeah.
What does that mean?
They sell the best tasting, best for you water. It's like a mineral replenished water.
What do you buy it as? In cases? What do you buy it in?
You can bring your own bottles.
And they have a machine that's 24 hours now.
What's it called again?
Liquid Eden.
Liquid Eden. She's going to get business from this.
Yes. Yeah, no, I hope so, man. She's an awesome business owner. It's an awesome business. I really appreciate them. My other sponsor for this camp is Ring to Cage. They're my gear sponsor. They provided me with gloves, elbow pads, shin guards for this camp. The gear is awesome, and I really appreciate them. Also, Protector Brewing sponsored me.
Yep.
And I also work for them. I make pizza for them a few days a week.
There we go.
And Turtle Heights is my graphic designer. I'm gonna be releasing a fight shirt soon, and they made me a sick little logo on there. So keep your eye out for that.
Nice. All right. So you're going to keep moving forward? Are you going for pro? Is that the main?
Absolutely.
What's the main goal here?
Yeah. So the main goal for me is actually I want to fight professionally in Japan. I'm looking to.
Why Japan?
I went there last year for like 24 days. It's awesome.
You loved it.
I love that place so much. So my girlfriend fell.
You
in love
can't
with it
speak
too,
Japanese,
so.
I'm assuming, right?
I'm
Really?
working on it. Oh yeah.
Okay, look at you.
A little bit, man. Yeah. So I'm getting there, but it's a really difficult language to learn.
Yes.
My vocabulary is actually pretty decent, but they structure their sentences differently than we do. So it's really hard to like take an idea and like even if you know like the words, it's hard to like conjugate the verb correctly and put it in the right place. And yeah, I'm having a hard time with it, but
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, fight coming up, man. So what's your confidence level coming in this fight?
100%, man. I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this has been great. I love talking to you. This is fantastic. We got to put him on a long form someday. Let's do it. Yeah. I don't know if you watch it, but I go hours. This 10, 15-minute thing for me is like, it's just a tease.
Sure.
But anyway, dude, it's been a pleasure, been an honor. Can't wait to see you fight. Ladies and gentlemen, Epic 60, February 21st. If you're in San Diego, get your tickets. But if you're not in San Diego, get the pay-per-view. It's going to be incredible. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Turpin, Epic 60, fighter interviews. Let's go. That's a wrap. Real Deal Talk.